Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Casa de Kyle, where I am going to be playing a 2,000-point battle between my forces of the Imperium and Kyle's Ynnari and Harlequins. So the story that we've got going on here is that a execution force was sent to this planet because word had gotten back to the Inquisition that the Ynnari had been coming to this area, and there were some important people within the Ynnari that were gathering here, and the Inquisition has decided that they wanted to purge the alien of this xenos threat. So they sent in an Inquisition force to try to go in, execution force to go in and take them out. But when the execution force arrived on planet, they realized that that the Ynnari were being supported by a large force of Craft World and Harlequin Eldar, and they realized that they were in a little bit over their head. So they sent out word to get assistance, and the Dark Angels and Blood Angels both happened to be in the area and sent a force to go help with the attack upon these pointy-eared space elves. So that is the story that we've got going on. The mission that we're going to be playing is the Scouring. So we've got a bunch of objectives on the table that are worth 2 points each. So this one, this one, this one, and this one are all worth 2 points each. This one back here is the inferior, will be worth 1 point. And this one over here with the filters is going to be the superior, because that's why it's got my face on it. Conveniently with my face on. That's totally the way it happened when we placed them down there. I didn't switch it out for a 5 that happened to be there when we rolled off, and I wanted my fill face to be the superior. Definitely didn't happen that way at all. Yeah, that's totally what I did. I made sure my face was the superior. So that is going to be worth, a little bit. You know, I mean, I have objectives with my face on it. I mean, and dice that have my face on it. I'm a little bit conceited. So I've got the fill face there. That is going to be worth 4 points at the end of the game. So that's what we're going to be playing for holding these objectives. So that is the story. That is the mission that we're going to be playing. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the two armies that are going to be fighting it out. So for the forces of the Imperium, I'll be running a battalion detachment and 2 Vanguard detachments. Leading off the battalion detachment, a Dark Angels detachment, we have Azrael and a lieutenant with 2 bolt pistols. We have 3 5-man scout squads with bolters. We have a Chapter Ancient. We have 1 6-man Hellblaster squad and 1 7-man Hellblaster squad. For the Assassin's Vanguard detachment, we have a Calidus, an Eviscer, a Vindicare, and a Calexis. Then for the Blood Angels Vanguard detachment, we have a Captain with a Jump Pack, Thunderhammer, and Storm Shield, and Lamartes. We have a Sanguinary Ancient. We have an 8-man Sanguinary Guard squad, all with Angelus bolt guns, 4 with Encarmine swords, and 4 with Power Fists. And last but not least, we have a 5-man Death Company squad with jump packs, 4 with bolt pistols and chainswords, and 1 with a Thunderhammer. So for the Eldar, he'll be running a Ynnari battalion detachment and a Harlequin Vanguard detachment. Leading off the battalion detachment, we have Y'vraine, the Visarch, and the Incarn. We have 2 5-man Dire Avenger squads. 1 squad has an Exarch with 2 Avenger Shuriken catapults. We have a 10-man Guardian squad. We have a Wave Serpent with twin Scatter Laser, Shuriken Cannon, Crystal Targeting Matrix, and Spirit Stones. We have a 6-man Striking Scorpion squad with Chain Swords, Manta Blasters, and Shuriken pistols, and the Exarch has a Scorpion's Claw. We have a 5-person Howling Banshees squad with Power Swords and Shuriken pistols, and the Exarch has an Executioner. We have a 5-man Shadow Spectre squad with an Exarch. We have a 4-man Shining Spear squad with Laser Lances, and the Exarch has a Star Lance. We have an 8-man Warp Spider squad. The Exarch has 2 Death Spinners. We have an 8-man Swooping Hawk squad with Las Blasters. The Exarch has the Hawk's Talon. And then for the Harlequin Vanguard detachment, leading it off, we have a Shadow Seer with Shuriken Pistol, Mistave, Hallucinogen Grenade Launcher. Then we have 2 Death Jesters with Shrieker Cannons, and a Solitaire with Harlequin's Caress and Harlequin's Kiss. All right, so those are the armies going over deployment here for the forces of the Imperium. I've got a scout squad back over this way. I've got my Vindicare up on top of this rock formation here. I've got another scout squad over here. I've got another scout squad over here. I've got my Death Company up at the front line over here. And we've got the two Hellblaster squads, plus Azrael, plus the Chapter Ancient, plus the Lieutenant back over here. And then in Deep Strike Reserve, I have my 3 other assassins. I've got Lamartes and I've got Captain Slamguinius, my Sanguinary Ancient, and the Sanguinary Guard in Deep Strike Reserve. It's a lot of stuff in Deep Strike Reserve. Going over deployment now for the Space Elves. We've got a 5-man squad of Dire Avengers back over here. We've got the Guardians over here, along with a Death Jester. We've got the Shadow Seer back over here. That's going to be the Warlord for him. My Warlord's going to be Azrael. We've got another Death Jester back over here. We've got the 4-man Shining Spear squad over here. And then he's a... Solitaire is back over in between them over there. And we've got the Wave Serpent. Inside of the Wave Serpent, we have the other 5-man Dire Avenger squad. We've got the Howling Banshees. We've got the Visarch, and we've got Y'vraine. In Deep Strike Reserve, we have the Incarn, and we have the Striping Scorpions, and the Warp Spiders, Swooping Hawks, and paid a command point for the Shadow Specters to be in reserves. So that is deployment. As of right now, the Space Elves are going to be going first, unless I can seize the initiative. Looking for a 6. Show me that fill first. No, I do not get it on that first turn. So we will come back to... Oh, no, you do not get to woo. That is my thing. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Eldar here on turn 1. All right, so movement phase for the Eldar here on turn 1. First things first, though, before his first turn, I actually spent 2 command points for Forlorn Fury to move these guys up here. So they moved in advance 14 inches up over here. I spent the 2 command points, did not get one back with Azrael's Warlord trait, but his Warlord trait is Player in the Twilight, which essentially means that he rolls a d6 every time he or I spends a stratagem. If the die roll is exactly the number of CP that was spent on that stratagem, he gets that many CP. So if you spend a 1 CP, you get 1. If you have to roll a 1 and then you would get 1. If it was a 3 and you rolled a 3, you would get 3. So he rolled his dice and rolled a 2, which is exactly what Forlorn Fury is. And yeah, that's what they happened. So he got an extra 2 command points. I lost 2 command points. So I'm at 5. He's at 9 now, which is kind of insane. So that's that. Then we move into movement phase. These guys over here, the Dire Avengers, moved up and advanced closer in towards here so they can get some line of sight onto my Death Company bros. The Guardians here advanced up this way. His Shadow Seer advanced up to go behind here with the Death Jester over here. Then over here, Y'vraine disembarked from the vehicle, but everyone else stayed inside. Solitaire advanced up over this way. His Shining Spears moved up over this way, did not advance, and his Death Jester over here just moved. He did advance, so he advanced up on top over there. Hardcore parkour. Up on top over there. So that is it for the movement phase. So we will come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so first things first, Y'vraine is going to cast Word of the Phoenix onto his Shining Spears over here, which will give them a Soul Burst action. So needing an 8, right, for that to go off? Does not go off. Reroll with was that a CP reroll? Yeah, CP. That was a CP reroll. Still did not go off. Does he get it back? He does not. And 1 second, actually. So I've got the Calidus, which is what I went to go check. So what I'm going to be doing on a 4-up, that will actually cost him 2 CP. No, it does not. So it still only cost him the 1 CP, which is fine. And now Y'vraine is going to cast, what is it again? Sorry? Ancestor's Grace onto his Wave Serpent here, because everyone gets the Ynnari keyword. They exchange it basically for what they've got. So he's going to have the Ynnari keyword. So it's Ancestor's Grace over here, looking for a 5. Goes off with a 10. So he will be able to reroll hit rolls of 1. All right, that's it for psychic phase. Into the shooting phase. His Death Jester is going to start us off by firing into my Hellblasters over here. Before he shoots, though, he's going to spend a command point on Example Made, which is 1 CP, but because I've got the Calidus, it is now 2 CP, so he's going to spend that. He's going to see if he gets it back. No, he didn't. He would have gotten the 1 back, but because it now costs 2 CP, he doesn't get that 1 back. So he just lost. He spent the 2 CP for that. This is now, he has the relic called Curtain Fall, which basically means that now, because he did Example Made, every hit that he gets on them will actually count for 2 hits. Every 6 to hit will count for 3 hits. So he's going to have 3 shots because he's using the non-shrieker pattern, the regular pattern, so not the shrieker pattern. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. Yeah. Oh, hitting on 3s?
Yeah, because I advanced.
Because he advanced, it's going to be hitting on 3s. So he gets 1 hit over here. But that is 2 hits because of the command point that he spent there. These are going to be strength 7, so looking for 3s to wound. Getting 1 wound. AP minus -2, so they're within Azrael's range there, so it's going to be a 4-up invul save. And they're good. Woo! All right, so now he's going to spend the stratagem Fire and Fade, which is 1 CP, or is it? Nope, it's 2 CP. Does he get him back? He doesn't get him back, so he spends another 2 CP. He's down to 4 now. So he's going to Fire and Fade, so he's just going to move 7 inches. All right, so now his Wave Serpent is going to fire into my Hellblasters over here. They are the closest, so he's going to get to, what is it? If they're closest, Crystal Targeting Matrix allows you to reroll 1s to hit. Oh no, he doesn't suffer the move and fire penalty. But they did get the psychic power off on them, so they will be re-rolling 1s to hit. So hitting on 3s. Re-rolling that 1. All right, pretty good. Making 1 miss there. These are strength 6, so looking for 3s to wound. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds.
No AP.
No AP, so 5 3-up saves. Failing 2 of them, so 1 of them will be dead. Let's see if he gets to fire back. He does not. I'm going to spend a command point on that. He does get to fire back, and let's see if I get that command point back. I do not, and my opponent does get a command point. All right, so that front guy, before he dies, is going to fire into his Shining Spears over here. Rapid fire range, so 2 shots. These are going to be supercharged because he's already dead. Who cares? Hitting on 2s because it's the chapter ancient, so hitting on 2s. That is 2 hits. Strength 8, so wounding on 2s. That is 2 wounds, AP -4. They've got 4-up invul saves against Tay's deck, so 1 goes through for 2 damage. All right, so their 10 shots are now going to go into the Death Company over here, hitting on 4s because they advanced. All right. So getting 4 hits here. These are strength 4, right? So looking for 4s to wound. Getting 3 6s, which are all AP -3, right? Oh boy. So 3 6-up saves. Show me the fill faces. I got 1 fill face, and then they've got feel no pains because they are Death Company and already feel dead inside. Getting 1 more of those, so I lose 1 guy. And that is it for the Ynnari and Harlequins here on turn 1. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the forces of the Imperium here on turn 1. All right, turn 1 movement for the forces of the Imperium here. My scout squad stood still. My Vindicare assassins stood still. This scout squad advanced down here to get a little bit more of denial space over here. This scout squad stood still over here. All of these guys, so the two Hellblaster squads, Azrael, the Ancient, and the Lieutenant, all moved up here closer towards his Shining Spears, and my Death Company moved up towards his Dire Avengers over there. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so starting off the shooting phase, these Hellblasters here are going to fire into his Shining Spears. I am going to supercharge, so we're going to start off with the first guy. These are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, re-rolling because of Azrael. All right, so that's 2 hits. Second guy. Rerolling because of Azrael. So that's 4 hits. Third guy. Rerolling because of Azrael. So 1 miss but does not explode. And 1 hit. 3s, that's another 2 hits. Rerolling because of Azrael. That's a miss, but not explode. And the last guy, 2 hits. So these are all going to be strength 8, wounding on 2s. Rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant. All right, so that is going to be 3, 6, 9, 10 wounds. AP -4, so they've got 4 up in Vol save against shooting. Failing 1, 2, at least 3. So that is going to, that's 4 there that he missed there.
I needed 4 because the XR's 3 wounds.
Oh, he's 3 wounds on that one. So that is going to be the unit wiped. And that is First Blood. All right, so I am actually going to, he's actually going to try to, he's going to spend a command point to reroll one of those saves. I'm going to see if it costs 2 because of the Calidus, it's still first turn. No, so it's only going to cost the 1. Rerolling, oh, he gets to see if he gets the 1. Nope, so he doesn't get it back.
Oh, should have taken that for
So here we go, here comes his invul save. No, and he is dead. All right, so my my other Hellblaster squad here is going to fire into his Wave Serpent. I'm going to spend a command, they're going to supercharge, I'm going to spend a command point on Weapons of the Dark Age. So let's see if I get that command point back. I do, in fact, and does he get one? He does not. So I'm still at 4 and he's at 4 now. So there's 6 guys there. They are not in rapid fire range. They're going to be firing into there. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of Azrael. All right, so that's going to be 5 hits. This one is not a hit, but it's not an explode. So these are going to be strength 8, so looking for 3s to wound. Oh! All right, 2, rerolling the 1s. All right, so that's going to be 3 wounds. AP -4, so he has no invul save. But they're going, he removes, because he's got the Spirit Stones, or no, because of the Serpent Shield, they're -1 damage each. So it's going to be 2 damage apiece. So he's got 6 damage. He's got Feel No Pain of 6, Spirit Stones, 6 up, Feel No Pain. Does not get any of those, so he takes 6 damage. All right, so Azrael is now going to supercharge and shoot into his Wave Serpent here. Oh, man, hitting on a 2. Oh, my God. I freaking called this. He gets to reroll. I'm not taking that die. I'm not taking that die. Here we go. Hitting on a 2 with his reroll. Oh, no! God! No! I freaking called it! No!
I can attest to it.
Oh!
With absolute confidence, he called it.
Oh! Azrael's dead. That is Slay the Warlord.
You earned it.
All right, so the Death Company here are going to fire their pistols into the Guardians over here. 3 shots with the guys that are there because one guy has a Thunderhammer, so these are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, so that is 2 wounds. 2 hits, I'm sorry. Wounding on 3s because they're tough 3. So that is 2 wounds, AP nothing, so 2 5-up saves. Making none of them.
Yeah, Phil.
All right, my Vindicator Assassin is going to fire into Cat Lady over here. He's going to be hitting on a 2. Oh, man, I'm going to spend a command point to reroll that. Okay, that's a hit. Does my opponent get one? I can't get it back because Azrael's dead, so that's nothing there. So that's a hit. Wounding on a 2. That's a wound with a fill face, so it's D6 wounds. Oh, man, come on. She's got 5 wounds, so if you see a 5 or a 6, she's dead. That is a 2. And I can't reroll it because I just spent the command point reroll on that. So 2 wounds onto her.
Better Dark Angel.
All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, my Death Company are going to charge into his Dire Avengers. They're going to fire Overwatch. They hit on 5s because of being Dire Avengers. So 5s and 6s.
I am the knight.
He is the knight, and he gets a bunch. Even just 6s would have been fine, but that's a bunch. Holy cow.
That's more
pretty
than
good
in the shooting.
Yeah, that's more than the shooting phase. That's 5 hits. These are going to be wounding on 4s. 6s are AP -3. Oh, man. So we got 3 wounds, 2 of which are AP -3, so 2 6-ups. Getting neither of those. Do I get Feel No Pains? No. So that's going to be 2 guys dead, and then a 3-up armor save, which I fail. 6-up.
Phase if you want to reroll.
6-up. I'm not going to reroll that. 6-up. All right, so I did feel no pain on that one. Their charge distance is 6 inches they're in. All right, so my Death Company are going to start us off here. They've got 2 attacks base, +1 because they have chain swords, and +1 because they charge and they are Death Company. So 8 attacks hitting on 3s. Alrighty. Wounding on 3s. Getting 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds. 4 ups. Failing 3 of them. So 1 will, so 3 are dead. And now the Die Avengers attack back. 2 attacks.
Hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s. 1 hit.
Wounding on 5.
Wounding on 5. That's a wound. 3 up armor save. They are good.
10, they got me.
All right, so that is the end of the phase here. My guys lost 2 guys, so they have to take a leadership test. So 2 plus 6. They shall know no fear. And to a 5, they're good to go. And his guys lost 3 guys, so 3 plus 6, and 1 of them runs away. So that is it for the forces of the Imperium turn here on turn 1. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Eldar here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Eldar here on turn 2. This Death Jester jumped up over here. This Death Jester moved up over here. The Y'vraine moved up here behind this this piece of rock over here. The Howling Banshees and the Visarch disembarked from the Wave Serpent, and then the Wave Serpent moved over here. The Howling Banshees advanced up here. His Solitaire blitzed and advanced and got a total of a 29-inch move. It's ridiculous. And moved over there, which is pretty crazy good. His Warp Spiders dropped in here in a spot that I left open, perfectly sized for his squad of I just said it, Warp Spiders. I even just said the word. Like holy cow. Seriously, like a glove. Just seriously fit him exactly perfectly. His Shadow Steer moved up over here. These Guardians, a few moved over here, so they're within 7 inches of his dude bro over there, so in case I kill them during his turn. And he stayed in combat, and that is it. So, oh, and the Swooping Hawks dropped in over here within 12 inches of the Scout Squad, which gets us to the, when they dropped in, they dropped their bombs onto them. So we're going to have 5 dice over here, because they roll a d6 for every model in the unit up to the number of models in their squad. So there's 5, or the other way around. Oh, they drop a number of dice equal to the number of their squad up to the number that are in the squad that they're targeting. And every 6 is a mortal wound. So we've got 5 dice here, looking for 6s.
You dropped a bomb on me.
Getting 1 6 there. So 1 of them is dead. All right, starting off the psychic phase, his Shadow Seer is going to cast Smite onto my Death Company over here. Going off with a 10, so D3 mortal wounds. 1 mortal wound. I should have brought a dice, because they've got a feel no pain. Nope, they felt that pain. And now the Shadow Seer is going to cast Shards of Light, looking for a 7. Does not go off with a 3. Now, your brain over here is going to cast Word of the Phoenix onto the Visarch. Goes off with a 9. And he chose to move with his Soul Burst action. And now she's going to cast Ancestor's Grace onto the Wave Serpent over here, going off with an 8. All right, so starting off, the Banshees here in the shooting phase are going to fire into my Hellblaster squad over here. So hitting on a 3. All right. Wounding on Strength, what is it? 4. Strength 4, so looking for 4s to wound.
1 6,
Getting
1 wound.
1 6 and 1 wound, so that's going to be 1 at AP minus 3. That's going to be a 6-up save because of the fact that Azrael is dead. Hey, but I make it with a Fill Phase. Woo! And then a 3+. And he's good as well. All right, so now his Death Jester is going to fire into my Ancient. He's going to spend Exemplar, what is it?
Exemplar Made.
Exemplar Made. So it's going to be changing his shooting to the Tesla, basically. So here we go. We're going to see if he gets it back, though. Looking for a 1. Nope, does not get it back. So he is down to 3. I'm down to 3 command points. But here comes his shots, hitting on 3s. Oh no, hitting on
3s. With
yeah, hitting on 3s with -1. Because they're -1 because he's -1 to hit because he has the Shroud of Heroes. So that's going to be 2 hits, which makes an additional 2 hits. So that's 4 total hits because of the stratagem. These are going to be Strength 7, so looking for 3s to wound. Getting 3 wounds, -2. So we got 3 5-up saves. Making 1 of them to go through. What is that? 2. Just 1 damage apiece, so he takes 2 damage. All right, so now his swooping hawks are going to fire into my scouts over here. So 6 of them can see into the scouts here, one of which is the Exarch. So we have 20 shots, because there's 4 shots apiece that are going to be regular here. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. Yep. I'll come back to that. And these are going to be wounding on 5s. Getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds. There are no AP on these, right? So 6 4-up saves. Failing 4 of them, and that squad is wiped. All right, so this squad is going to fire. 7 of the models are in range of my scouts over here, and I'm going to fire into them, including the Exarch, who has the 2 guns. So it's going to be 8 gun attacks into there, and then 1 is going to fire into this squad over here. So we're going to start with the 7 guys firing into here, including the Exarch. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. We'll come back to that. All right, so strength 6. These are going to be wounding on 3s. 6s are AP minus 4. So that's 1 that's at AP minus 4, and then we've got what is that?
7.
7 wounds at AP nothing. So we've got 7 4-up saves. No, 4-up saves. Oh yes, so 1 will be still alive. That's right. That's right. He is still alive. Unlike Azrael, Jenkins is still alive. And then the 2 shots from the other guy into here, hitting on 3s. All right, 2 hits, wounding on 3s. That is 1 wound, 4-up save. Nope, dead guy. All right, so now the Wave Serpent is going to fire his main gun into the scouts over here, and then his underslung into the Hellblast. Which ones? These ones over here, these Hellblasters over here. So we're going to go with the, this is the main gun first, hitting on 4s because it's not the closest unit, and it moved. Rerolling 1s because of the psychic power that got cast. All right, pretty good. These are now going to be strength 6, so looking for 3s to wound. That was cocked. All right, so that's getting 1, 2, 3 wounds. No AP, so 3 4-ups. And I failed 2 of them. And now the underslung into this Hellblaster squad over here. So we got 3 shots hitting on 4s, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s because of the psychic power, so that's going to be 3 hits. Strength 6, so again, 3s to wound. Getting 3 wounds. 6s are those AP minus 3. Oh boy. All right, so 3 6s. So these are going to be AP minus 3. So 3 6-up saves. Show me them fill faces. Failed all of them. So that's 1 damage apiece. 1 damage apiece. So 1 guy's dead and 1 will be wounded. Let's see if he gets to fire back. That's a no. He will not. I'm going to spend a command point on that. No, he will not. Does my opponent get a command point from that? Yes, he will. Great. And now the Death Jester is going to fire into this Hellblaster squad over here. 3 shots, hitting on 2s. So that's all hits. Strength 6, so looking for 3s to wound. That is 1 wound. AP minus nothing, so 3-up save. Nope, failed that one. 1 damage, 1 damage. So that is it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, his Solitaire is going to charge everything here. Because he advanced, I cannot fire Overwatch. So, because of the relic he has, what's it called? Star Mist Raiment. So I cannot Overwatch there. So he gets a 5-inch charge, which will get him to something. All right. So now his Howling Banshees are going to are going to spend 2 command points on Court of the Unmasked King, of the Court of the Young King. Court of the Young King, which gives them +2 inches on their charge, and they get to reroll 1s in combat. And they get +3 inches on their charge because of just being Howling Banshees that advance. So here we go. We're going to see if he gets his command point back first. On a 2. He does not, so he is. My opponent's down to 2. And now their charge distance needing +3. They need a 2-inch charge. They are way in. And now the Visarch is going to charge into both squads over here. Everyone's all engaged, so they are not going to be able to shoot Overwatch. So he is charging in, getting an 8-inch charge. All right, to start off the fight phase now, the Solitaire is going to attack into the Ancient. He was able to jump over here because of flip belts. That's why his charge distance, he was able to get in there. But now every attack is going to go into my Ancient over here. So these are going to be 8 attacks, 10 attacks, because he blitzed. So these are going to be 10 attacks, hitting on 2s.
3s because you're -1.
Hitting on 3s because he's -1 to hit because of Shroud of Heroes. All right, and these are now strength 5, so looking for 3s to wound. Getting, that is a 3, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds. 4 at -2, so we got 4 5-up saves. Making only one of them, he is dead. Does he get to punch back before he dies? The answer is yes, with a filled face. So he's just going to punch back into the solitaire because why not? That is a hit. That is a wound. 3-up invul save. He's good.
I'll go into
and now the solitaire is going to soul burst because of killing that. So he is going to attack into my lieutenant who had heroically intervened over there. These are going to be hitting on 2s again, but not 10. Oh no, still 10 attacks, right? Yeah, because he blitzed. So, ooh man, all those 2s. Wounding on 3s again. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. AP -2, so looking for 5-ups again. Getting none. So he is also dead. And now the Howling Banshees will soul burst because of them being dead. So here come their attacks. These are going to be the regular Banshees first, not the Exarch yet. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the stratagem that he spent. All right, rerolling that 1. All right, so these are going to be wounding on 5s because of strength 3.
1 -3.
1 at -3 because of a power sword. That's cocked, sorry. Nope, that is a dead guy. And now the Exarch is going to attack in. Hitting on 3s, that's 2 hits.
Wounding on 4s.
Wounding on 4s. That's 2 wounds. AP -3, so 2 6-up serves. Making none of them, that is a D3 damage apiece. So the first one is 3, that's a dead guy. And that is not a dead guy. And now he's going to activate the Howling Banshees who are going to attack in here. So the first from the regular ones hitting on 3s. Rerolling the 1s because of the stratagem. These are now going to be wounding on 5s. Getting 0 wounds. And now the Exarch's going to go. That is 2 hits. Wounding on 3, wounding on 5s. Oh, wounding on 4s. So that's 2 wounds. AP -3, so 2 6-up serves. Neither of them. The first one's just going to kill a guy because he's got 1 wound left, and the second one also wounds a guy. All right, so now the Visarch is going to activate into the big squad over here. These are going to be hitting on 2s. So that is going to be 4 hits. Wounding on 3s. Strength 5, is it? Or strength 5. So that is 3 wounds.
-3.
AP -3, so it's 3 6-up saves. Show me them fill versus. Get none of them. Are those just D3 damage apiece? So the first one will kill a guy. So the second one, D3 will also kill a guy. And so will that one. All right, so now this 2-man Hellblaster squad is going to activate and punch into the Visarch. Sergeant's there. He's got 3 attacks, 2 attacks for the base guy, 5 attacks total, hitting on 3s. All right, so that's 4 hits. Toughness 3. Toughness 3? Toughness 3, so looking for 3s to wound. That is 3 wounds. 3-up armor saves. Failing 2 of them. All right, so now the Sergeant from this squad is going to go into the Visarch, and the other guys are going to go into the Howling Banshees. So we've got 3 attacks from the Sergeant into the Visarch. That is 3 hits. That is 1 wound.
Thank God I killed that
3-up save. That is a save. And now the 4 attacks into the Banshees. On 4s, because it's -1 to hit because of Banshee's War Shout. Because of War Shout. So that is missed there. So that's 1 hit. That is 1 wound. That is a dead one. All right, so now the Visarch, because an Eldari model was slain within 7 inches of him, he might possibly regain a wound. What is it, on a 4-up? Yeah, he's good. And now we've got this over here that we forgot about, so he's going to go first. So he's got his 1 attack. That is not a hit. And now my Death Company gets the 3 attacks into there, hitting on 3s. That is all hits, wounding on 3s. That is 2 wounds, 2 4-up saves. He makes them both. All right, so that is the end of the Eldar turn here on turn 2. A heck of a turn. I've got leadership tests to take. These guys over here lost 4 models. So they lost 4. They're also -1 leadership because of the fact that they took a wound from the Visarch. So here we go. They lost 4. 4 plus. 5 is 9, and they shall know no fear. 6. So someone's running away, but because they're Dark Angels, only one of them runs away, which is pretty good. And then these guys over here, they lost 3. Plus 5 is 8. The Sergeant is still there. They're good to go. And that is it. That's the only leadership test that needs to be taken. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the forces of the Imperium here on turn 2. Sorry, forgot about Jenkins. He lost 4 guys in his unit. 4+. Oh, that's cocked. 4 plus 5 would be running away, but he knows no fear because he's Jenkins. Actually, because he's a Space Marine. But we're going to pretend it's because he's Jenkins. Into 6, Phil face. Jenkins runs away. Jenkins, no! All right, movement phase for the forces of the Imperium. In come my golden boys over here, including my golden ancient over here. 9 inches away from these guys over here. Captain Slam himself came in 9 inches away from them. Lamartes came 9 inches away from them over here. These guys all fell back. This squad here, the 3-man squad, spent 2 command points, my last 2 command points, to have them have Relentless so they can shoot over here. Let's see if my opponent gets his because points there. Looking for 2. Nope, does not. So he's still at 2 command points. I'm at 0 command points. Because of polymorphine, my Calidus Assassin was able to deep strike within 7 inches of these guys over here. My Calexis is within 9 inches of him. Over here, my Eversur Assassin is within 9 inches, or just outside, I should say, 9 inches of these guys over here, and he stayed in combat. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. Starting off the shooting phase, my Vindicare is going to fire into the Visarch over here. Got 1 shot hitting on a 2. That is a hit. Wounding on a 2. That is a wound. AP -3, no invul save allowed. So a 6 up save on the Visarch. Does not make it, so D3 wounds. It's going to be 2 wounds onto him. This Hellblaster squad that has Relentless is going to fire into the the Solitaire over there. So, going to be supercharging. So the first guy hitting on 3s. That is 1 hit, not getting to reroll. Second one is not getting to reroll, so that's another hit. And the third one is 2 hits, so that's 4 hits. These are strength 8, so wounding on 2s. Getting 2 wounds, AP -4, 2 3-up invul saves. Failing both of them, so that is, he's going to spend a command point on that one. And it's good, so he takes 2 damage. Does he get it back? Looking for a 1. Does, in fact. Now my Death Company guy over there is going to use his bolt pistol to shoot into him. Hitting on a 3. Nope. All right, so the Calexis is now going to fire into Y'vraine over here. So it's because she's a Psyker, his weapon, Animus Speculum, is Assault D6. Gonna have 3 shots there. These are going to be hitting on 2s. That's all hits. Strength 5, so wounding on 3s. Going to be 1 wound, AP -4, so just an invul save. She's good. All right, now the Calidus is going to fire into Y'vraine over there. So it's going to be the Neural Shredder here. So Assault 1, hitting on a 2. That's a hit. So I roll 3d6 now. If this is higher, she's got a leadership of 9. If I get higher than 9 on these 3d6, she takes D3 mortal wounds. I do get higher than 9, so D3 mortal wounds. 1 mortal wound. All right, so now Lamartes is going to fire into these guys over here. So we're going to see if they
roll 2 dice on Snake Eyes, I lose a guy.
All right, on 2d6 on Snake Eyes, he loses a guy. Ooh, close, but no cigar. So they're -1 to hit. So here we go, looking for a 3. Nope. Now a captain here is going to fire his bolt pistol into the Howling Banshees. That's a hit. That is not a wound. So now my Eversur is going to fire into the Shadow Seer over here. He's got 4 shots hitting on 2s. All right, so that is 3 hits. Strength 4, wounding on 4s because the Shadow Seer is -1 to wound. So getting 2 wounds, AP -1. Doesn't matter, 2 saves. All right, so now my golden boys and my golden flag bearer are going to fire into his wave serpent over here. So they've got 2 shots. They've all got Angelus bolt guns, so they all have 2 shots each. These are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, pretty good. But these are strength 4, so they're going to be wounding on 5s. Getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds in there. These are AP -1, so 5 4-ups. Failing 3 of them, feel no pains. Making 1 of them, so takes 2 wounds.
Cool.
All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, my golden boys are going to start by charging into the wave serpent over here. So Overwatch, hitting on 6s.
Rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s because of the psychic power. All right, getting 3 hits. Good psychic power right there.
Yeah.
All right, these are strength 4, so strength 6. That's right, 3s to wound. Getting 2 wounds. No AP, so 2-up save. Failing 1. And now the underslung weapon. On 6s, re-rolling that 1. Nope, no hits there. And is that it? That's it for there. So now we've got a 9-inch charge for them to get in. And they do not make it. I've got a 5-up feel no pain because I've got the banner that I spent the command points for. Feel no pain onto that guy. And he's good. Okay, Captain Slam's going to charge into the Banshees over here. So their Overwatch is no hits there. He needs a 9-inch charge indeed. Yeah, he's in. And now Lamartes is going to charge into the Warp Spiders over here. So they are 9 inches away. So one guy is... Everybody's in range over here. So they are going to be firing into my guy over here in Overwatch. So these are going to be rolled twice. So looking for 6s. Getting 1 hit so far. Roll it again. Getting another 1. So 2 total hits.
3s.
Looking for 3s. That's 2 wounds.
That's -4.
That is -4.
-3.
That is minus
nothing.
nothing. So we're going to do the -0 first. He's good. And the -4 is going to be 4-up invul save because of Rosarius. Nope. Takes a wound. His charge distance.
Do you have to have the 6-up block range?
Oh, he does have. He has. Yeah. I think so. 1 second.
Oh, I'm tired.
And he does have the Black Rage, so... yeah, he's good. Woo! All right, so now a 9-inch charge to get in. Yeah. Oh, he's just out. I saw the 6 first. Oh, that's painful. I'm out of command points. All right, so my Calexis is going to charge into the Death Jester over here. Overwatch gets no hits there. So charge, looking for a 9-inch charge. Does not make it. And now my Calidus is going to charge into the Death Jester, looking for a 7-inch charge. Oh, boy. And now my Eviscer focus is going to charge into the Shadow Seer. Shadow Seer Overwatch here. Hallucinogen Launcher. That does hit.
What's his leadership?
His leadership, I think, is a 9. Maybe. Let's find out. Let's see if it makes a difference. Does not make a difference. Definitely a 7. So, 3d6 charge distance here, looking for a 9-inch charge. Oh, yeah, he is way in. And my opponent heroically intervened with the Visarch and the Solitaire into my Hellblasters. All right, so we're going to start the fight phase with my Evisor. Because he charged, he has 8 attacks now. These are going to be hitting on 2s. Okay, failed 1. These are now going to be, would be wounding on 3s, but because it's a Shadow Seer, they wound on 4s. I'm using the Neuro Gauntlet. All right, I don't get to reroll these 2 3s because they would have been wounds before rerolls, but I do get to reroll these 2 because of the Neuro Gauntlet. So that's going to be 4 wounds.
The 3 doesn't wound.
Oh, the 3 doesn't wound. 1 second. Okay, it's actually only 3 wounds. I actually rerolled a 1 and a 3, so 3 wounds here. Invul saves. Makes 1 of them takes 2 wounds. Yes. So it just takes 2 wounds. All right, so now Captain Slam is going to fight. He's got an extra attack because he's got Visions of Sanguinius. So he's going to have extra attack on the charge. So we've got 5 attacks now on the charge. These are AP -1 for the -1 for the Banshees, -1 for the Hammer. So these are going to be hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s. No 1s. So that's still 3 hits. These are going to be wounding on 2s. That is 3 dead Banshees. So Champion of Iniad rule for the Visarch here. 3 guys died on 4s, right? Yep. Gets back 1 wound. All right, so now I'm going to activate this squad of Hellblasters. The Sergeant's going to go into the Visarch there. 3 attacks hitting on 3s. Okay, wounding on 3. That's a wound. That's not a save. And then the other 2 guys are going into the Solitaire. That is 2 hits. That is 2 wounds. Making 2 saves because he's 3-up invul. And now the Visarch is going to activate and attack into the 1-man squad over there. That is going to be 4 hits.
Wounding on 3.
Wounding on 3s. Getting 3 wounds. 3 6-up saves or he's dead. Show me them filth faces. No, none of them. He's dead. And then my Death Company guy is going to attack. 3 attacks hitting on 3s. That is 3 hits. That is 2 wounds.
Stay alive.
That is 1 2 saves.
There.
So now the Solitaire is going to attack into my 3-man Hellblaster squad over here.
It's 8 attacks now.
8 attacks. These are going to be hitting on 2s.
I'm going to do the kiss for D3 damage.
Oh, he's going to do the kiss for D3 damage. Hitting on 2s. That's 2 misses. These are going to be wounding on 4s. Getting 1 wound. AP -1, so 4-up save. Nope. D3 wounds. Oh, just killed the guy with the 1 wound. All right, so now the Banshee Exarch is going to attack into Captain Slam. 3 attacks. That is 2 hits.
Still technically possible.
These are going to be wounding on 4s. That is 1 wound. AP -3, so 3-up invul save because of the Storm Shield. Nope, failed it. That's going to be 1 wound. Visions of Sanguinius, he's got the Black Rage. No, almost. And now the Shadow Seer is going to attack into my Eviscer. 3 attacks, hitting on 2s. That is 2 hits.
Wounding on 3, strength 5.
Strength 5, so wounding on 3s. That is going to be 1 wound. AP.
That's what you have.
4-up invul save, that's right. Nope, failed it. Take a wound. Oh, D3 wounds. Taking 2 wounds. And then the Dire Avenger that's been holding up my Death Company guy over there. That is a hit. Whoop, that is not a wound. All right, so that is it for the Forces of the Imperium turn here on turn 2. We have 1 leadership test. The Banshees over here, they lost 3. +3 is good to go. So that is it. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Eldar here on turn 3. All right, movement phase for the Eldar here. His Striking Scorpions dropped in over this way. His Shadow Specters dropped in over here. These guys disembarked from the Wave Serpent. Then the Wave Serpent moved over here. Y'vraine advanced into the Wave Serpent over there. All of these guys stayed in combat with them over here. The Warp Spiders moved towards over here towards Lamarte's. His what is this? The Incarn over here dropped in 9 inches away from Lamarte's. The Swooping Hawks dropped in or moved around here, looking on Lamarte's as well. Lots of people checking out Lamarte's, which is, by the way, this is a model that was sent to me by Michael, one of the viewers, and an extremely nice guy. A fantastic paint job. I will definitely be showing a closer up look in a future video, but yeah, check them out. It's awesome. Thank you so much, Michael. That is such an awesome model. I'm excited to use him here, even though I did an awful job of keeping my own Death Company alive for him to work with. That's my bad, not yours. Death Jester moved up to the edge over here looking on my Golden Boys. This Death Jester moved around over here away from my Assassins, and his Shadow Seer fell out of combat with my Eviscer for obvious reasons. But his Guardian, his Dire Avenger stayed in combat with my Death Company guy, and the Guardians moved over here. So he just wants someone to die over here. He wants one person to die over here. So that is it. That is it for the movement phase. So we'll come back to you with the Psychic phase. So Psychic phase, Shadow Seer is going to smite into my Death Company dude, bro. That goes off. D3. Getting 3. Can I get 3 6s to save his life? Show me those 6s. No, I got 1. So he is dead. And because he died and it's his turn, this squad of Guardians is going to Soul Burst. So they're going to shoot into the Eviscer over here, hitting on 3s. All right. These are now going to be Strength 4, so wounding on 4s. Okay, getting 2 wounds. 2 4-up invul saves because of lightning reflexes. And I made them both. Woo! And now he's going to cast Shards of Light back into the Psychic phase over here. That goes off with a 7, so D3 mortal wounds. 3 mortal wounds. And now over here, the Incarn is going to cast Smite onto Lamarte. So looking for a 6 because it's the second Smite. Getting it with an 8, D3 mortal wounds. That is 2 mortal wounds, 2 6-up, feel no pains because of being Black Raging. Nope, taking them. All right, so now they're going to cast, what is it called again?
Gaze of Ennead.
Gaze of Ennead onto Lamarte. So looking for an 8. Does not go off. All right, so starting off the shooting phase, his dude bro, who is definitely getting promotion to Exarch after this, is going to be shooting into my Evisaur. Looking for 3s. Nope, never mind. He's not getting promoted. He's now getting demoted back down into like garbage duty. Now the Shadow Seer is going to shoot into him over here with the hallucinogen launcher. Does not hit. All right, so now the Guardians are going to rapid fire into him over here. These are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, got a couple misses there. These are now going to be strength 4, right? So wounding on 4s. Getting, how many is that there?
7.
7 wounds.
A little better than last time.
Yeah, a little bit better than their free shooting. So 7 wounds. Looking for 4-up invul saves. No, he is way, I made 2. I made 2 out of 6 4-ups. Yeah, he did. Warp Spiders are now going to shoot into Lamartes over here. So they're all going to shoot. There's 8 of them in there. And the Exarch has 2 shots that are going to be coming in. So these are going to be 4 shots apiece, or 2 shots apiece, right? 2 shots apiece. So it's going to be 9 times 2, so 18 shots. These are going to be hitting on 3s. All right. We'll come back to that.
They're invul.
All right, wounding on 3, 6s require invul saves. So we've got 1 invul saves, 1 invul save, and then 5 armor saves. So we're gonna go with the 1 invul save first. Nope. So that's going to be a wound, 6-up, feeling no pain. Nope, I felt that pain. And then he said it was 5, right? 5 armor saves. Going to be failing 1 of those. Feel no pain. If I don't make a 6 on this, he's dead. He's dead, Jim. And then the Incarn is going to do his Incarny thing and just pop up where Lamartes was. Pop, pop. All right, so now the Striking Scorpions are going to fire into my Scouts over here. These are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, they're going to be wounding on 4s.
1 dead, 2 armor saves.
1 is going to be at AP minus 3, so it's going to be a dead guy, and then I've got 2 armor saves, so 2 4-ups. And I failed 1. He did. And the Incarn popped up over there. All right, so now the Shadow Specters are going to shoot into my Golden Boys over here. So they're going to be shooting all of their attacks into them. Every hit that they make lets them shoot another time up to, and then from those, all of those hits get to shoot again up to a maximum of 3 hits per model. So here we go. The first volley here hitting on 3s. All right, so it's 2 misses, but 3 hits, so it's another 3 shots. Getting 2 hits from there, so another 2 shots. Getting all hits on that one. So these are now strength 6, so looking for 3s to wound. Ooh, not as great there. So that is 2 wounds.
Minus 3.
2 minus 3, so 2 5-up saves. Making 1, failing 1. What's the damage? Just 1 damage, so I've got a 5-up, feel no pain because of the banner. Good to go. Woo! All right, so now this Wave Serpent is going to fire into the Golden Boys over here. So we're going to fire the main gun first. It's not the closest, so it's going to be at -1 for moving. Also -1 because he's in the second profile there, so these are going to be hitting on 5s. All right, pretty good, not bad actually. So it's 3 hits there. These are going to be strength 6, so looking for 3s to wound. Getting 2 wounds. No AP, so 2 2-ups. Failed 1, 6-up, 5-up, feel no pain. Nope, feel the pain. And now the Underslung, which is an assault weapon, hitting on 4s because of the second profile, getting 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. Getting 1 minus 3, 1 at minus nothing. So the 1 minus nothing is good, and then 1 minus 3 is not good. Feel no pain. Nope, felt that pain. Now the Dire Avengers are going to fire into my Golden Boys over here. These are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, not super great. Nope. Wounding on 4s. But getting 3 6s, so those are AP minus 3. and 2 AP nothings. So the 2 AP nothings, taking a wound, feeling no pain. Nope, felt that pain. And then I've got 3 5-ups. Making one of those, feeling pain on one of them. So one guy is dead. All right, so the Death Jester here is going to do Exemplar Made. So see if he gets that command point back. He does, in fact. Crazy. I wish I got him back on 1s. I would have gotten all my command points back. So he's going to fire into the regular golden boys over here. So hitting on 2s. Okay. At least you didn't have to spend. You didn't actually spend the command point. Okay. So he's gonna re-roll one of those into a hit. Does he get the command point back? Nope. So he does lose 1 command point for that. Down to 1 command point. So it's gonna be 2 hits, which are gonna be 4 hits because of the stratagem they spent. So these are going to be wounding on 3s, getting 2 wounds. -2. AP -2, so 2 4-ups. Making them both. And this Death Jester here is going to fire into my Calidus. That is 3 hits.
Of course you did. 3s.
That is 2 wounds. 2 4-up invul saves. Made 1, failed 1, just 1 damage. 1 damage. And that is it for the shooting phase. Into the fight phase, because no one's assaulting. We're going to start with the Visarch, who consolidated around over there. So these are going to be hitting on 2s. So that is 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. That is 2 wounds. 6 up saves -3. Failing them both. First one, D3. 2 1. That's a dead guy. Oh, and a wound. All right, so now Captain Slam's going to attack 4 attacks, hitting on 4s because of attacking the Banshee there. Rerolling 1s because of himself. So that's 2 hits. That is 2 wounds. She is dead. Does he get a wound back because of the Eldari model? No, he doesn't. And now the Solitaire is going to attack into my Hellblaster over here.
With the Caress.
With the Caress.
2s.
Hitting on 2s.
Yeah. Yes.
Wounding on 3s.
Oh, yes.
So
not so good. 3.
So 3 wounds.
3 5-up saves.
3 5-up saves. Come on, you can do it. No, you can't. Ooh, no. So close, but no. He did. All right, and that is it for the Eldar turn here on turn 3. No one has to take a leadership test, so we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Blood Angels and Assassins. That's all that's left, so we'll come back to you with that. All right, movement phase for the forces of the Imperium here. The Golden Boys here moved up towards his Shadow Specters along with the Banner Bearer. My Vindicator stood still. My Calexis and Calidus moved up towards his Death Jester over here, and Captain Slam stayed in combat. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, Captain Slam's going to shoot into the Visarch. That is a hit. That is not a wound. All right, so now these Golden Boys are going to shoot into the Dire Avengers over here, hitting on 3s. All righty. Wounding on 3s. So that is going to be 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds. AP -1, so 6 4-ups. Oh, 6 5-ups. So 2 are going to go on the. He's got a what? 4-up invul save. So we got 2 4-ups on the Exarch. Nope, he is dead. And then you got 4 5-ups, making 3 of them. So the Exarch and 1 guy are dead. And now the Ancient is going to do the same thing with 2 hits. Getting 1 wound. That is not a save. Vindicator is going to fire into the Solitaire over here. Hitting on a 2. That's a hit. Wounding on a 2. That is a wound. No invul saves allowed, so it just goes straight through. D3 wounds. 3 wounds. So the Solitaire is dead. Does the Visarch get to gain back a wound? He does, in fact. And because there's a character, he gets +1 attack. And now the Calidus is going to fire into the Death Jester over there. That is a hit. So what is his leadership? 9. So I got over a 9, so D3 mortal wounds. That's going to be 2 mortal wounds. And now the Calexis is going to fire Assault D3. So 2 shots. Hitting on 2s. That is 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. That is going to be 2 wounds. AP minus 4 onto your Death Jester.
4 up invul.
Oh, 4 up invul saves. Making both of them with 6s. Good job. All right, so now my Sanguinary Guard are going to charge into his whatchamacallits, the Shadow Specters. They've got basically a heavy flamer here, so it's going to be 5 of them. These are going to be 5d6 hits. All right, so that's going to be 9, 10, 14 hits. We'll come back to that. All right, so here we go. Looking for 3s to wound. All right, so how many is that there? What's it going to be? 11 wounds. Come back to that. All right, so it's AP minus 1, so we've got 11 3-up saves. Failing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. Holy cow! What the hell? 3-ups. All right, 5 up. Feel no pain because of the banner being there. Making 2 of those, so that means 2 guys are dead. And here we go. My Sanguinary Guard are now going to charge in, looking for a 4-inch charge to get in. They are just in. And now my Ancient is going to charge into the Dire Avengers over here. Overwatching. Getting no hits there. They were on 5s, but they didn't get it. And his charge distance, 5 inches, I don't think is going to get in. All right, so the Calexis is now going to charge into his Death Jester over here. I can use him. So hitting on 6s. Getting no hits there.
Add it up.
Add it up to 6, and he's in. And Calidus is going to do the same. And she is also in. All right, so now the Sanguinary Guard start us off here. We're going to go with the 3 guys with the swords first. So we're going to have 2 attacks each from them, so 6 attacks. These are going to be hitting on 3s. All right. Missing 1. These are now going to be wounding on 2s because of having the Red Thirst. Red Thirst. So that is going to be 4 wounds. 4 AP minus 3, so 6 ups. Making 1, so 3 go through. Are they 1 wound each? They're 1 wound each, so that's just 3 dead guys. All right, so they do get a feel no pain because of this. So we're going to start with the first one because of the Incarn, the avatar here. So here we go. The first one, D3, is 2. So 2 6 ups. Dead guy. 1. Dead guy. And 3, 2, dead guy. And then the Power Fist, hitting on 4s, that's 2 hits. Wounding on 2s, that is 1 wound. 6 up. They're good. All right, so now the Calexis is going to attack, 4 attacks. That is 2 hits. 2 wounds, 2 invul saves. Failed 1, so he is down to 2. And the Calidus is going to use the Phase Sword here. So 5 attacks hitting on 2s. Wounding on 3s. No invul saves. He is dead. And now Captain Slam is going to go into the Visarch over there. He's going to be hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. These are now going to be wounding on 2s. That is 3 wounds, AP minus 3, 6 ups. Oh, 4 up invul save. Failing 2 of them, he is dead.
All 3 of them.
Oh, failed all 3 of them, so he is dead. All right, so now the Shadow Specters get to attack here. That is 2 hits. That is 1 wound. And that is a save. All right, so that is it on a leadership test over here. They lost 3 guys, 3 plus. 5 is good because they've got leadership 8. They lost 2 guys this turn. Yeah, 2 guys, they're good to go. So that is it for the forces of the Imperium here on turn 3. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Eldar here on turn 4. All right, movement phase for the Eldar here on turn 4. He moved there slightly. These guys moved over here. So Y'vraine disembarked and moved over here. These guys moved up on here onto my golden flag boy. The Shadow Specters from here moved up, so they're up on this ledge here. Wobbly model. They did fit up there, so we checked. They did fit up there, but again, if anything bumped on here, there's a dog walking around, so if it got bumped, that was going to fall down. We didn't want the pretty models to be broke. So that is the exact use of a wobbly model syndrome. So they're good there. Going to be looking at him. These guys moved over here, so they're in range and in sight of him. They tried to super jump, failed really hard, so they just jumped up onto that objective over there. These guys moved over here, getting to that objective, and just in range of these guys over here. He stood or moved. He moved. He just pivoted. He didn't move. Just pivoted over there, taking a look on Captain Slam. And that is it. So we will come back to you with the Psychic phase. All right, so we're going to start off the Psychic phase. His Shadow Seer is going to smite into my Calidus over here because she's the closest, but it's going to be -2 because within 18 inches of my Calexis. So looking for a 7. Getting it with an 8, D3 mortal wounds. That is 3 mortal wounds. And now Shards of Light, which is going to need a 9 because of the -2. Does not get it because of that, but it's going to spend a command point, last command point to reroll that. Into a 9, so it goes off, which is just going to kill her, but does he get it back? No. Now she is going to smite, needing a 6 because it's the second smite. Not getting it. And now the Incarn is going to smite, needing a 7. Goes off with a 7. That is 1 mortal wound. And now he is going to cast Gaze of, what is it? Of Iniad into them over here. In an 8. Goes off with an 8. So roll a 6. On a 1, it's 1 mortal wound. 2 through 5, that's D3 mortal wounds. Into 3 mortal wounds. All right, so start of the shooting phase. The Guardians here are going to fire into my Calexis. So hitting on 6s because of the Calexis' power. Going to do this twice. So getting 2 hits there. So just the 2 hits. That is 1 wound. And 1 wound. Hallucinogen launcher into him. That is not a hit. And 2 shots from the Dire Avenger. 2 hits! Dang it! That is 1 wound. No, that's a wound. All right, so the Wave Serpent is now going to fire into Captain Slam. So the main gun here, hitting on 4s.
Not great.
No, 2 hits.
3's to wound.
3's to wound. Getting 2 wounds. No AP, so 3 ups or 2 ups. Either one takes a wound. 6 up, feeling no pain because of Visions of Sanguinius Black Rage. Nope, takes it. Now the Underslung. That is 1 hit. That is a wound. Invul save, the 3 up invul save. Nope, takes it. And feels it. And now he's going to do the Serpent Shield on a 2 up. That goes off. D3 mortal wounds. 2 mortal wounds. If I don't get a 6 up on either of these, he's dead. Oh, but I make 1. Woo! Guardian, the Dire Avengers here are going to fire into my Golden Flag Boy. So, hitting on 3s. All right, 2 hits. That is 2 wounds. No AP. 2 saves.
This is strength.
And now the Swooping Hawks are going to fire into my Calexis, hitting on 6s. Hitting on 3s.
Nope, 6s.
Oh, hitting on 6s. That's right, I forgot. 2 hits.
Wounding on 5s.
Wounding on 5s. Nope, no wound. And now the Exarch is going to be firing into him.
No.
Nothing there. So now the other 2 are going to be firing into Captain Slam over here. Those are on 3s. Wounding on, was it 5s? Getting 3 wounds. AP, no AP, right? 1 second. All right, so I failed at 1. 6 up, feel no pain, or he's dead. Oh, of course, that's how he dies. All right, so now the Striking Scorpions here are going to fire into my Vindicare. Vindicares are -2 to hit in cover, but they are +1 to hit things that are in cover. So it's going to be -1 to hit. These are going to be hitting on 5s. Oh, 4s. All right, pretty good. Yeah, good thing. So these are going to be wounding on 4s. So we got 3 wounds. 3 4-up invul saves. Making 1. And then these guys are going to use their heavy flamers to shoot into him. So that's going to be 5, 11 hits. Woo, brutal. Wounding on 3s. Alrighty. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds. 7 4-up invul saves. Nope, he is dead. And now the Death Jester over here is going to shoot into the Ancient. That is 1 hit. He's not doing 2 for 1 today. Looking for a 3. That's a wound.
That's -3 or 4 with a
1 second here. All right, so it's -4. 6 up save. Nope. 5 up feel no pain because of his banner. Nope, feels that. That's it for shooting phase. Into the assault phase, the Dire Avengers are going to charge into my Golden Flag Boy. No hits in Overwatch. Their charge distance is totally in. And then does Y'vraine want to go in? She does, and she is in. And now the Avatar is charging into my Golden Bros over here. Getting no hits. Charge distance is totally in. All right, so now Y'vraine is going to be attacking into my Golden Flag Boy over here. So she has 4 attacks. These are going to be hitting on 2s. That's all hits. Strength 4, so looking for 4s to wound. Getting all 4 wounds. AP -2, so we've got 4 up saves. Failing one of them. D3 damage. Whoop. Which one is that? That's going to be 1 wound there. 5 up, feel no pain. Nope, so he feels it. Now the Dire Avengers are going to attack in 2 attacks. That's 1 hit. That is no wound. And now the Incarn is going to attack in here. 6 attacks. Hitting on 2s. All hits.
Strength 6.
Strength 6. So wounding on 3s, re-rolling to wound. Re-roll to wound. So that is still going to be 5 wounds there. Ooh, 5 -4. Oh, so they are good. They can have a 6-up save. Making one of them, so they are just going to be dead. All right, so now my Golden Flag Boy is going to go. We're going to go 1 attack into Y'vraine, 2 attacks into the Guardians, into the Dire Avengers. We're going to go into Y'vraine first. That's a hit. That is not a wound. And then the 2 into the Dire Avengers. That is 1 hit. That is a wound because of the red thirst. So it's AP -3. So he just goes through and kills the guy. Does Y'vraine get a wound back? She does. All right, so we forgot the banner. His base banner gets to reroll wounds of 1 against Y'vraine here. All right, that is the end of the Eldar turn here on turn 4, and that is going to be the end of the game because I've got 1 Golden Flag Boy and 1 crazy anti-psyker boy, and that's it. So they're gonna go skedaddle away and leave this planet to the Eldar to do whatever shenanigans Eldar are doing. So a brutal game. You know, blowing up Azrael was not the best. That's to say the least. Was not the best to say the least, but yeah, pretty brutal. But a good time. I had a blast. I really did have a lot of fun. So, but I hope that you all have enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil the Glacial Geek as always. My opponent has been Kyle, and until next time, have fun.